What was your first thoughts when you saw the draw for the Altrincham game? The Altrincham come out of the hat. What was your first thoughts?
If I'm being honest, I was on the phone to John Finnegan, an ex-teammate of mine at Nottingham Forest, and he said, "Who have you got in the FA Cup?" This was yesterday, and I said, "Oh, I don't know." I'll be honest, I didn't even know. I was busy. I was in the gym doing some cardio work yesterday, obviously, because I've missed quite a bit of training over the last week and a bit. And then I was with the wife and the kids for a little bit in the day as well. So when I spoke to him and he told me he had Fleetwood, where obviously one of our ex-teammates, Alan Wright's there now, I thought as soon as I got off the phone I'd have a look on the internet and see where we've got. And when I saw it, my eyebrows were raised a little bit.
Do you think that's a good thing to have Altrincham? I mean, from a fan point of view, it adds a little bit of extra spice, but from a player point of view, it was pretty sparky, that game, wasn't it?
It was. They're going to come here with a point to prove, aren't they? But, when they do come here, I think they're going to have, Chris Yassini's still going to be missing. So, I think he's an integral part of their team. He is a little bit fiery. He still believes, Carl took a dive, but when you run at someone from 20-30 yards and push him in his chest, doesn't matter how big you are, you're going to go down. But like I said, my eyebrows were raised. Altrincham, tough team to play against. They've had a good season this year, and let's just hope that the result's the right one, and it's the right one for us.
A few years ago, Altringham's fortunes have changed. They're coming back a bit now. But any side, even the First Division side of the old First Division, seeing that they were drawn against Altrincham in the FA Cup, would have been a little bit concerned, because they've beaten more league sides than being a non-league side themselves, than any other non-league side that's never got into the league. 16 league sides have beaten in the FA Cup in about the last 25 years. That's quite a record.
It's a hell of a record, isn't it? I suppose you can take some heart from that, because we're not a league side apparently, and
well, you're not.
Yeah, exactly. So no, tongue in cheek there, but it's going to be a tough game, no matter which way you look at it. They're going to want to come and take a scalp, because that's what we will be when we're at home. Stevenage were fortunate that we went down to 10 men, and obviously thoroughly deserved the victory in the second half. And if we'd kept 11 players, who knows, we'd still have a 100% record intact. But it's a different sort of game. It is an FA Cup, and it is what you class as an FA Cup tie, so anything can happen. And if it's anything like it was on Saturday, I'm sure it's going to be entertaining.
Now, we spoke briefly with a physio, and he said, one of the people we're being protective of at the moment is Craig Armstrong. We're being protective because he's carrying injury. Is there a frustration from you that wants to scream out, "Don't protect me, I want to be out there"?
No, I mean, it's, I'll take my hat off to Jason, the physio. He's been fantastic with me, to be honest. And the gaffer has as well. It's easy for them to want you to play and keep playing on stuff and through injuries, but I think the manager's been there before. And, I think it's done me the world of good. I did feel quite good on Saturday, considering I wasn't even officially meant to sort of be involved, but because of Kyle Nix being ill and Darryl, Claire, and obviously Jonah being out, the numbers were short, and it's probably a blessing in disguise that actually I realise that I'm feeling a lot fitter now, and I'm training today. I did some cardio work yesterday, but I'm joining with the boys today, and we'll take it from there, and hopefully I'll get through the rest of the week to be in contention for the Saturday.
Isn't that a bit like going to the dentist though with a toothache, and you get there, or in your case the changing room, and suddenly the toothache is gone and you want to be out on the park?
Yeah, it is. I mean, I know it sounds silly, but even if I was really struggling on Saturday, I still do want to play. I mentioned to you on Saturday, you want to kick every ball, you want to head every ball, and I'm just delighted that the boys got the victory.
Now, this weekend, Eastbourne, have you been there?
No, I don't think I have.
It's by the sea.
Is it by the sea? I know it's a long way. It's a long way if you're gonna play or even sit on a bench or even sit in the stands. It's a hell of a long way, but we've got to go there positive. They're not having a great time at the moment. Obviously, teams seem to be a lot better at home. But the 3 points are up for grabs, and the most important thing is not to lose the game. 12
out of a possible 15, but just the danger is there, of the team maybe starting to think a little bit too much of Altrincham and not concentrating on this one?
No, I don't think you can go into a game thinking of the previous one, especially if you've made mistakes in them games. I've always been told if you go into a football match after you've made a mistake, you'll constantly possibly make them same mistakes, and you've got to not even think about Altrincham, not even talk about it. It's all focusing on Eastbourne and what we can do to them. their dangers. Obviously, their assets that they've got, and just like they'll be looking at us and looking at the weaknesses and strengths that we have.
Now, one thing I should ask you is, the manager said that he felt that some of the treatment, vocal treatment, that Rob Duffy was getting on Saturday from the opposition bench was totally unfair and out of order. Well, you were on our bench. Did you hear any of that?
I actually, I don't pay attention to what other managers say and stuff like that. Obviously, they were quite vocal, especially when linesman kept his flag down, and I think their striker's chasing Scotty Garner, and the linesman put his flag up. He's put his flag up, referee's blown his whistle, and their striker's kicked out with Scott Garner. To be honest, it's a booking and possibly, could be a sending off, because it was intentional. But the lad went and got injured himself, and I think they were quite vocal the fact that the flag didn't come up earlier. Maybe that wouldn't have happened, but he still didn't have to do it. I was walking off the pitch at the end, and I think their assistant manager or first team coach or whoever he is, had a pop at Rob Duffy, and I think Rob was a bit gobsmacked, thinking, what's that all about? I don't think he actually knew himself. So these things happen. The manager will tell you himself, he possibly says things in the heat of the moment. We all do. When passions are flaring high and you want to win football matches, and when you come in after a disappointing result, things are said. And come a Monday, when you've had time to reflect them things, you possibly regret some of the things that are said.
So are you saying that Rob Duffy probably shouldn't feel too bad about it?
No, not at all. I don't even think he's done anything wrong. I mean, he's given it his all, whether he's winning headers or not. It's part and parcel of football. You're going to get abuse from someone, whether it be fans or from the opposition's players or staff, and you just got to get on with it. But as what I saw, I didn't think Rob had done anything wrong at all. So where they want to start abusing people and having a go, it's down to them. Let them get on with it.